shut us down, and that's exactly what they did on Saturday.
Listen to the argument. Past President Johnson, I know, sorry, you were speaking, but then there was an interruption. So can you continue what you were saying? Uh, can you hear us,
Is he still on?
Past President Johnson?
I
I
don't
think he's
see.
on.
I don't see him. No, he's not on.
No, he's on. He's on.
Okay.
Okay, let me add him. Sorry, he in the background. Sorry. Past
Oh,
President Johnson, sorry, you're in the background.
so am I
Okay.
am I on now?
Okay. Yeah, you were
Oh
speaking,
man, you really want
and
control? You put me all the way in the background.
yes. Sorry, no,
All
when you
right, but
came
let
in,
me
I was
let
going
me
to
let
invite
me
you in. You
speak
were in the
quickly.
background.
Yeah, let me just speak quickly to the point that Weber just raised.
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, I would have felt the same way. That in fact, I felt the same way he's feeling. I was one of the persons who, and Jonathan Williams can speak to that. He was present. Charles Coleman was there. Paul Yinfan was there. There were a couple of people. I was the first to engage the cops and started blasting that our people, we paid taxes. I felt that our people were being targeted. And I used all of those descriptive words, and the guy was very nice. He took his time, he talked to me, and we went back to the incident on that happened on Wednesday. And I even stated that incident on Wednesday how if you went around the city, you went around public parks, you will realize that Lindbergh is now one of the hottest areas. For 17 years, we played there. There have never been any incident, at least, and that's tend to be corrective. There had never been any time wherein, somebody, there were any gun violence around there. Maybe if it happened, then I was not there. But we don't have the history of that. And so I spoke into historical context. And I told them that look at your data. When was the last time you came here and somebody got killed and somebody illegally had a gun or stuff like that? He said, no, there's nothing. But we are getting calls from the folks that run the dialysis center, right? Even the Dunkin' Donuts, who I still disagree with because I think every time that we gather over there, all of those businesses, their revenue go up. I even disagree that they should not even call, but equally so, how can we even justify parking into their driveway and blocking people from going through and all of that? So those are all of the things we also got to take into consideration. Was the action taken on Wednesday and subsequently on Saturday, were they things that we should have gone through? No. I still believe that they were very extreme. But equally so, I think we all have to be socially responsible when we go to these events. And those are the issues that they are raising. And old timer president is on the phone. I mean, he's online. He knows some of the background details that I share with him. There are a whole lot of issues that I wouldn't say here because they are things that we are working on and we don't want to put them out there. But there will have to be a lot of changes moving forward on Posa Field. All right. First and foremost, Posa administration, the leadership has to put a public service announcement on as quickly as possible. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should carry any grill on the field moving forward. For now, are they stopping us from going on the field from playing? How you doing? No. I mean that's a public place. We can go there anytime and play, and even drink, and even play music. As long as the music is not disturbing public peace, we are perfectly fine. Matter of fact, we don't even need permit for that. I mean, check the public parks around here. You go there and have fun there for recreation purpose. But when you go there and then there is this disorderly conduct and people are making phone calls, then of course the police will come in. Posa president is on. He knows how much Posa has taken heat for that place. Matter of fact, they have gone to the councilman office multiple times and said things that aren't true about us. So I think moving forward, what we need to do instead of shifting blame that this person did this person should have done this, we all need to come together, design a strategy how to move forward.
No, what
What
is
can
it?
we do to prevent the incident that occurred on Wednesday and subsequently on Saturday? How can we prevent that from happening? Even as far as Drexel Hill, I was there on Saturday. I was on Post Field around about 4, 5. People were sitting, Fred and a couple of guys were sitting chilling, and nobody was bothering them. So I decided to drive to Drexel Hill. Got to Drexel Hill. Drexel Hill Police Department could not even handle the crowd. So imagine they had to send for backup from Upper Darby. Quote me on that. I was there and I seen Upper. That is not something we see around here where police departments start interfering with other township or other boroughs. Those things don't happen like that. All right. So you see it that way, then it means there is some call to action. Got on the field. The permit also for Drexel Hill was only intended for 100 persons. So imagine both teams, IE and Barrow, they all have at least, I would say, 25 persons. The team at least will have 25, the other team have 25. Then talk about the march commissioner, maybe 6 of them. So you talk about 56 right there. Talk about the vendors. Then talk about the people who even gone in. Easily the 100 was already absorbed. By the time I got to the door, the police officer, matter of fact, the commander, told me I could not go in because we had exceeded the 100 that the permit that was on the permit. All right. So I'm standing there asking, but why, when somebody requests a permit and put 100 when they know today is a very big day, you had at least over 1,000 people here. But those are other the things that were happening that people didn't know. And I get it, people that are complaining that, were targeted. I mean, it is their right. I felt the same way, and I still feel the same way that, they could have done it differently, especially given the fact that we had gone to City Hall. We had a big event where our flag were being hosted before we came to the field. But trust me, there are a lot of things that needs to be done. And I wouldn't say everything here, but things will be done differently moving forward. I mean, I can guarantee you we will not deal with situations like this in time to come. And if we all can just work together and put in all of the strategies and interventions, things will be better. We are working behind closed doors. There are a lot of things I wouldn't say here, but at some point in time, we have a leadership meeting where POSA and all of the community leaders,
So,
we
so,
always sit
so,
and
so, so,
we
Mr.
discuss
Vice,
those issues.
so, Mr. Vice President, I know. Thank you very much for saying that. I just
I got
left.
some issues. Last time when you're done, I have some issues to address for final
Yeah,
statement.
I just
Can I?
left the computer with I just went on the line with the captain of the Captain Green of
Right.
the 12th District Police. I have invited Captain Green to my office and to have a meeting. And I also told him that I will be having some committee leaders specifically to address what happened in Lindbergh, and also to see how we can create safety in the community. And I also told him that I'm afraid that it will hinder my July 20, August 26 program.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted this meeting to be here. Then he emailed me back and said, when are you available for the meeting? And he also asked me, I should get him flyer of my program, and I should also email him permit, the approved permit. So I replied him. I said, well, I emailed him the flyer, and I told him, well, I'm working on the permit. So that's where the fear comes from. Before then, we were having programs. They weren't asking for permits. We had an anti-violence program on our field. They ultimately
Right.
we march. They never asked for permit. But this time,
Right.
I'm speaking with the police chief about anti-violence program. We will also be giving out backpacks and other stuff to the kids, school supplies. He asked me for permit. That's a fear. So what it comes to my mind is that moving forward, we'll be asking for permit. But I can show you, I know food is coming in. that we will do everything aggressively. As I spoke with, I told Reverend Foley, I also have an appointment with the senator on Monday, Senator Williams. There's pending
Right.
appointment for the councilman Keandra Johnson
Keontae
and
Johnson.
Representative Regina Young. I have been pending appointment
Right.
with them, but we will do aggressive. And trust me, when we have been a collaborative meeting, all of you guys will be invited. We have to speak out because if we talk about having good times and having engagement and doing something, we need to use our recreation spot. That's why we have it for. We cannot be denied our recreation spot. Go ahead, Mr.
Right.
Foley. For
So,
Nouveau
um,
Foley, we have two
uh,
Foley, Nouveau Foley.
Alaska, look, we all have been in Philadelphia. We all have been in Philadelphia. I know a lot of you guys here. We have been here probably more than 10, 15. I've been here more than 20 years. So I know you've been here longer than me. We have. I have been every part of Philadelphia. Um, because of what I did, driving around, Lyft, Uber, all those stuff. I will tell you during the summer, most parks in Philadelphia are engaged, and at night they allow music playing, and police is not there to disperse the crowd. Don't get me wrong. What happened on Wednesday? The crowd was large. So I'm not speaking of Wednesday because I was there Wednesday when the police came. They insisted that we leave at 9 o'clock, and I
Mm-hmm.
strongly believe that's what caused the problem. Because last year the young people were there after 11, 12. They were there even up to 12. No one dispersed them, and there was fine. There was no crime committed. I know they disturbed the neighbors. That's true. Well, when I speak of targeted enforcement, I went on a few. I think the first time was almost 6. Then I went around 7. I went Drexel Hill. I couldn't find parking. The police were telling people to leave, so I went back to Lindbergh Field. What I saw, people parked. If they were concerned about people blocking Rite Aid or Dunkin' Donut dialysis parking, that makes sense. They're parking behind Rite Aid all the way back to the public library there. They tore all those cars. I sat right there and watched them tow those cars. Some people on the field towards the Lindbergh side, all the way back to the playground. So those cars were not blocking Rite Aid, Dunkin' Donut, the dialysis center. They were blocking no one. I was even afraid because I saw them towing no cars. I didn't get off my car. I took my car. I went and parked in the other parking lot to McDonald's. So when at a public park, when you tell people no parking at all, the entire area, including all the way back to the public parking, there was no parking. They took all the cars from there. Where are we supposed to park? So you have to look at the tactics that were being used. It was targeted enforcement. We can sit here today and say it was this, it was that. We have to call a spade a spade. That was targeted enforcement to ensure that Liberians do not take over that field because for whatever I saw it as punishment. That's how I saw it. So I think we have to approach this thing holistically and realistically. Um, we have to engage the elected officials and the police, and to be asking us for permit for every little thing that is not done on any other park in Philadelphia. We know that. So some of the issue you raised that Posa should send some memo out that no grill. You cannot do that. If people go to the and get the permit and it has grill on it, you can't stop it. You don't have the authority.
But you probably didn't
So
even
I
get
mean,
the part that I said. I did not say
no, you said
Posa
people should
just
not
put
bring.
a. But those are one of the
Well,
issues that people raised that they don't want grills there for now while talks are ongoing. And that's why I threw that
well,
in. The president is here, he knows.
okay,
The
Sano. I mean, if you
information was
guys,
shared with him.
okay, we don't know that. We in the back. We don't know that. So as community leaders,
Okay.
when this thing happened, we were looking for answers. People came to their own conclusions. So because I spoke to the police guy and I intend to have program next week. I talked to George. George is always flexible, always helpful. He gave me the go ahead. But for safety side, I would have to go to City Hall and make sure I get all those things that I need. Except City Hall tells me no because we want to be eating roasted meat and roasted fish and stuff like that. Because the police, that's one of the things the police told me that we have to do. If you're using grill, make sure you include that on your permit. Music include on your permit, and everything you intend to do. But this, I mean, we cannot sit and continue to say that it's not target enforcement. So I understand your
All right,
position
but
in leadership.
let me come in if you don't
Yeah.
mind. Let me provide some
Oh,
clarification
I
quickly.
think that you and Sano here talking. So we have to.
So,
And let me let me just
right
provide some
after Vice
clarification.
President Johnson will come to President
Right.
Foley here.
So let me just provide some clarification. When I said that I wanted POSA to do that, I mean, and I heard Foley saying that they were looking for answers, which is perfectly fine. But equally so, I mean, you can't go to the community we have big information and just because everybody yearning, they want to know what happened, and you have not done your due diligence, and you just run out there because you want to give people information. One of the things that I
Tell us,
would
Pano,
not want
we
to
are
do.
working on it. We admonish you to remain calm. We are working. We'll get back to you.
All right, but let me get it now. And the points you're raising, those are all salient points. But keep in mind, when was the last time we had a situation like this? We've never had it. Never. So all of the points you raise here, those are all good points. We are just like you. I'm curious. I am a founding member of POSA. Board chairman, Mr. Wisner is here. Do you really think I want to do anything that would jeopardize, the community? At some
Oh
point
no,
in
no,
this
that's not
time,
what I'm saying,
POSA.
son. Of
No, no, I know. I'm
That's
just
not what I'm
saying
saying. Let
something.
me just clear that.
At some point in this time, POSA was the team that everybody was looking up to for leadership, and I can say that without even missing my words. So we are doing everything we can do to make sure that we get the situation under control. Keep in mind, we also have Liberians that are also part of law enforcement that we are collaborating with. Consultations are ongoing. The immediately when this thing happened, we started engaging them. What is going on? Why are they doing this? Why did they do this? They have never done this before. The issue you talk about towing people car from right A. When I heard that, even one of my colleagues, some car was towed. The first thing I thought, oh, why will a car be towed from right A? I mean, how does that interfere with people doing business at right A? Matter of fact, it was probably late in the night. They were already closed. So, what is the justification for towing somebody's car when your place is already closed? You are not doing any business. Those are all of the things we've taken into consideration and have requested for meeting with the authorities. And as soon as they give us that, we will be raising. You have never done this to us before. Why are you doing this now? What led to this? We all want to have fun, but we
Son, I think we are on the same page. I think the only
to
thing
do
is the
this.
target enforcement aspect that you guys don't want to accept. That's all.
No, 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 no.
Foley,
It's not that we're not accepting that for it. Before I can say Liberians are targeted, I felt the same way. But keep in mind, the police can say, "Look, we did that based on the information." I said the same thing in the presence of Jonathan. I said I feel that we are being discriminated against. I said that to the guy on the field. I said there's a total discrimination because every Sunday I drive here, there are all white guys here playing. Their cars are on the grass, and not a single police car here. So why every time when we are here, you guys are coming? I said that to the police officer
Are you online?
or Mr. Daniels. I said that to him. So
Oh,
it's not like
you came all
somebody
the way across
trying
the
to
bottom or
cover
something?
up, like somebody wants to cover up and don't want to address the real issue. No, I'm just saying before we go to the point of making no kind of comments like, okay, they targeted us, they did this. Let that wait till we have all of the facts on hand. I mean, some of the
Think about it,
information
though.
that I
It's
have
the
on
next
hand
time.
now, I,
It's the
I I
next time.
wouldn't just say they targeted us. So I will give the other people time, to also make their
Yeah.
points, and if there's anything that I
So
need to add. But just in closing, gentlemen, we all are working to make sure that we resolve this issue. So I'll close on that, and I yield back to you, Mr. Wisdom.
so let me just announce that we are on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter, and I will check the Instagram to see whether we are on. And in the future, we'll be linking with some Philadelphia radio stations. We have Mr. Vali Kamara, one of our young people in the community. Vali Kamara is a young man.
Okay.
I think he's between 19 or 20 years old. He's a youth. He's one of our studio guest host who will be hosting our show, and we intend to bring more younger folks. We want to make this to be a youth driven. So if you have your child between the ages of 10 to 18 or 20,
Yo, you good,
bring your
man? You
child
good?
to us. Your child will be one of our hosts. At this time, we want to allow the Reverend George Foley, president of the Pennsylvania Old Timer Sports Association, Community Sports Association, to bring us input. I know everything is on Old Timer. Mr. Foley, please say something.
I know. Yeah, I mean, we were waiting. Yeah. Again, gentlemen, how you doing? Well, I got on. I don't want to listen.
Good,
I was
good,
here.
the honorable Reverend.
Yeah. So, I will agree partially with my brother Wilbur in the sense that wherever the police were excessive, but like Sino rightfully said, since we here got the information, the intel for this information, we've been calling anybody and everybody. And all I can say as of now, there were more than what was seen on the field. I can share this with you. You know, let me share this with the whole population. There were 4 most wanted people that were on that field on Wednesday that was arrested. I don't know if everybody know that. What that does, police, the police presence then will even be higher. Talking about Saturday morning, I went to come and said, my car.
Wow.
I had to pay $200. So
Wow.
my thing with this whole thing, let's get all the pieces together. Let's collaborate and see how best we can come up with this situation. We all know every part come with a permit, but the permit was never enforced on Postal Field or Lindbergh Field. On the other side, I can tell you 100% of the time, I can be honest with it. Most of the time, we ourselves, because most of the time I got to stay and clean out after people.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
Going forward, and that's why I said I want all the factors to be involved. I think we made one statement in Postal Room to let them know we are working on this. We are calling all the leaders, and wherever we can do, Wisdom can attest to that. We want to meet our representative and what have you. In a sense, yes, but it was excessive. I will agree with excessiveness. But then the part that that we were targeted at, again, I will not shoot my brother Weber down because I mean how he see it. I've been on that field.
So I use the word targeted enforcement.
Yeah, with the
Targeted
dialysis
enforcement.
center, I have enforced. We have tried to enforce as posted on Saturday from 8 to. Hello? Am I
Weber,
protected?
please mute your phone when you're talking. Weber, please mute your phone.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, the dialysis center is open. Nobody need to park there. People still park there. Let me just share this again. I don't know if everybody know because there's so much involved what happened on Wednesday. All right. The same, our young folks, when they left, they went to Atlanta City on Friday. It was worse what they did over there than what they did on Wednesday. Police went on high alert. High alert. So I don't know if they got the information that we were having another event on Saturday, which we wasn't. But everybody that we talked to or spoke to, they say it came from the higher up, park and recreation, the police, wherever it's from the higher up, because they were afraid. Safety became key. My thing is, for now, the police are, I don't know who was there in the morning. There was a lady who had a permit. Because we were even trying to talk to her so our vendors can go on her. She said no. The police came back and even had to let her leave because they said no grill. There's a sign on the field that said, no parking, no grill, no what have you, The thing about it, we don't like to follow rules. That's all. So what I would say now, there are pros and cons to everything, to the whole situation. We just got to work and see how we can approach it. We got people that representing us, our representative, our councilman. Let's see how bad. This is our place to go. But let's not be quick to jump to the ground and and say, okay, we got to search some people writing discrimination and this and that. We got to be careful with that. you know, in a sense where where the force excessive, yes, but the police was on high alert. The four people that were, I'm giving you the intel now because they gave it to me, so let me put it out there. The four people that they were looking for, I mean, the four people they arrested, these people were wanted for murder. So what you think take precedence now? You understand? So we got to be mindful. But what I will end with this: we are collaborating with LAP, with Minority Center, with everybody we can get, so we can have one voice as Liberians to go and say, hey, we've been here for the last 16 years. You have no problem with us. I know there's another way to go about it. As early as yesterday, I called Park and Recreation. I think I told Winston this. They have reinstituted the fact that even to have a program now, you got to pay $200, I think $200 to a $500 deposit. This was never enforced. They can't stop us from playing soccer, but for protection, for us to even get a permit just to play now, every Saturday is $35.
So just for the,
I'm just telling from what happened on Wednesday, and we can see how best we can resolve this. But I am letting you know this is what we at right now. But everybody had their own side. This was Sunday morning. Most of us have a long weekend, and everybody was expecting answer right away. We told people to be calm.
I know what is going on, but I know he has a technical problem.
Yep. But you see the point that he just read, Alaska, about the information before being arrested. I didn't want to really get into that because those are sensitive issues, and I didn't want to be the one to put it out there. But I was notified directly that there were 2 or 3 persons picked up from there, and I don't know who they are, but according to them, they were wanted people, and that in fact just completely worsened the entire thing for us. They have been looking for these people for a very long time. Now, I am not sure whether that also is one of the reasons why their presence is there on a consistent basis. I do not know, but those are all things that we are taking into consideration. We have an audience with them.
We'll find out. We'll find out who those people are and what we just
Right.
want to know, because as a community, we want to know what's going on. And that's why
Yes.
we are founded. Yeah, we'll collaborate with all the institutions. Let me just tell you, gentlemen, the particular thing we're doing here, the police chiefs will come here. They will come on this show, because we want to
Right.
make the particular show a community-driven thing, where people we can share the link to there are WhatsApp chat rooms everywhere, and people can listen. The community leaders will come on the show. The police will come here. The representative will all come on the show so they can explain themselves. Any issue we have with them, they can be in the living room and they talk to us, but we'll send a link to them. They will appear on our show, and we'll have community leaders like you asking them questions. They will answer questions.
Yep. And even ordinary people. Even ordinary people can ask. Keep in mind, we all are taxpayers. We pay their salaries. We vote for them. So they are answerable to us.
I have a question for Mr. Johnson.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mali.
The situation with the wanted people and how the police are on high alert. Did it tell you not to disclose this information with anyone, or was it more of your own thing, trying to handle it before letting people know?
All right. So the information was not. It was a private information shared with me, and I thought if George has not even mentioned it, I wouldn't bring that out there because I didn't want to lead to where who is the person X Y Z, because those are sensitive information that I really didn't want to throw out there. One of the officers shared that with me. He did not give any name. He said, do you also know that while we were here, the other people that we have been looking for who were on wanted list, and they were here? And I said, no, I don't, because I'm not into law enforcement. And he said, well, there are a lot of things that are involved that are causing us to be here, and in due time, the community will know. And I say, yes, we need to know what it is so that we can also go on alert. So that at least we can have better explanation for our people so they can feel that we are being targeted, that they're fully just fair. I felt the
and
same way
and
because
and George,
it was just
Now,
extremely beyond anyone comprehension to see people over there. I mean, you're talking about 11 tow trucks. Never in my lifetime I have ever seen that on the field. 11 tow
now,
trucks behind
my,
police cars. That was too extreme. More
so
excessive force that they wanted to use. And I mentioned all of that when I even sent a communication to the community relations officer, Mitchell. I did a written report to him and told him everything that I have seen and that we were not pleased with the way they responded to the situation on the field. And he is
did
working on
I
finding,
have
a schedule suitable for everybody so that we can sit and discuss the issue and see what we can put in place to prevent stuff like that from happening.
I have questions for
Mr.
George
Johnson,
Fuller.
you
I have,
stop talking.
Yeah, I'm
uh,
listening.
Reverend Fuller, you said,
Yes, sir.
can you please repeat? You said they increased the price to $200 to use the park and $30 to for Saturday morning to practice.
Terrified.
$35. Now,
Every
my
Saturday.
question, yeah, okay, my question is that price for every park in Philadelphia?
Honestly, Weber, I don't know. Honestly,
Okay,
my
no,
concern with
because
the word, but yeah, because
no, because
Weber, I
we need.
understand your assertion on. We all been in this area, and we all had travel, and we all know what parking entails.
Yeah. So my
My
question,
thing, yeah,
because my point to I have something to say. My point is, you guys are sitting here telling us that this is not targeted, but you telling you, I mean, you're saying
Weber,
that. Uh-huh.
the word target. I don't see it. I've been target. That's your
No,
perspective.
that's
Why
fine.
don't we
That's
get
fine.
together and work
That's
together?
fine. No, no, George, it's okay. You can have the view. It's all right.
Now,
We are exchanging ideas. It's okay. You can use your own choice of words. I mean, it's
don't
fine. I don't
see
have
the word
problem with that.
target. I see it like that. You see it like that. It's okay.
No, no,
See how
come here, George. I'm driving at a point. I am driving at a point. I understand. You are in leadership, so I understand how you feel and your personal truth. But if because of we have something on Wednesday, they charge $200 for the park that we use free. In most instances, like all Philadelphia parks are used free by most people, except you're having an organized event. And I just wanted to know that whether this price was something that affects all Philadelphia Park or just Lindbergh Park, because we intend to go after that. Because if that happens, I mean, that clear cut targeting. You don't need to. No one needs to tell you that you're being discriminated against to know that you are being discriminated against. If they enforce
well,
that, that is clear cut
yeah, to your
discrimination.
point, in order to go to these people, you got to build a case. Let's get all the facts up before we build a case. That's why I don't want to use the
I
word
agree
target
with
right now.
you.
Okay.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that we are being targeted. I agree with you. You guys are doing your work, and I appreciate that. The only problem I had is that maybe someone should have come up. Of course, I did because when I raised the concern, the child in Posa child and all the librarian child rooms, Posa responded. So yes, I appreciate that. But
thank you.
yeah, I'm just shocked by the information you just gave that the increased park price, Lindbergh Park. So that's something I myself do my investigation to know whether it's all Philadelphia Parks or Lindbergh
People
Park.
gave me that information. Somebody who were on our calendar event for the 13th, they went there and they called me. I'm still
Yeah.
doing my investigation. I'm still putting my pieces together. I'm here sharing the information with us so we all can go back to it. And like question is saying we can go, why was there why did you put it to $200? We part of the community, we didn't put it extra. Let we gotta build a case, before we go and see how bad it can be solved. That's what I'm saying.
So I
I'm
agree
still
with
here.
you, Georgie. We are having in-house conversation, and you will have people who will tell you what exactly what it is when the leadership don't want to call it what spade a spade. So I am one of the people who will tell you. So when you're going back, you can take this back because if that price stays, I can assure them that the community will respond. with some
Wilbur,
sort of.
I all right to respond. I'm only giving you information that what will change as of Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
agree with you, Judge. I'm
participating.
just telling you. I'm just telling how I feel. So when you go back, when you go back with your conversation, because I want you to know that we're being discriminated against. If that's is true,
Uh, okay. I'm hearing feedback from the Facebook. People are writing comments and saying that we have to control the show, one person dominating, and
Like,
so yeah. So Valley, you have any other question?
Um,
So Valley,
my questions
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
fully answered, but I was kind of cut off. But I was asking Mr. Johnson, the law enforcer that told you this information about the wanted people. Did they tell you not to say anything, or
It
did it law
was
enforcement himself?
can I answer that?
Oh, sure, go for it.
confidential
Uh,
information.
So, like number one, what the police is concerned. From what I gather, because we got intel within the police, they were giving us this privileged information which they wasn't supposed to disclose to the public right now, and we want to
Okay.
sharing it to get some kind of, so to get some kind of understanding what was happening. That's all.
So to
But it,
get some sort of understanding, so that way there isn't misinformation going around. Like I understand, Mr. Foley,
mhm.
perspective on this. That I mean, I heard about the situation. I wasn't there, and even I thought there was some sort of discrimination going on here, or like some sort of targeted enforcement, like you said. Now, I understand that you're withholding some information or trying not to get people imagination running about the situation and making it worse. You know how librarians can get sometimes, like they hear one thing, it spreads around and people get angry, etc., etc. Now, my kind of take on this is that y'all kind of shared a bit too little. Like I understand they had to keep some information secret to help with the investigation, but at least say, "Oh yeah, we're looking into this thing," or "This thing is being investigated." But if nothing is said, the people can only go off of what they know.
Understandable.
Yeah, because you kind of have to speak to the community a bit more.
so
You were asking.
just to,
I didn't get the last part. I don't know if you
just
asked, but you're
okay.
breaking up.
So I think Valley wants more information.
Yeah,
So
that's what he said.
the question Valley is asking Mr. Foley is that
Mhm.
Yeah.
did they tell you to conceal information? You don't have to go say everything, or what? Is that something? Is that something that I don't know Mr. Foley gone by? But the question the brother is asking is whether
My community or wherever, it will be known. But at that particular time, what happened on Saturday, I was calling everybody and anybody I know to find out what was really going on. Like I rightfully said earlier, I went to ease the situation. I had to pay $200. It didn't even sit well with me. I thought I was talking at that particular time. But from the intel I got, they told me to hold on, calm down. We will get you more information until I can get that information. This is all I got. Why I got to keep information and not security? My time for security on long time.
Uh, yeah, Alaska.
yes, Weber.
If someone else has something to say, I'll wait because don't forget this is a polarized community. We just had elections. I participated in it, and I can tell you we had the same problems in the Liberian associate chat rooms to the point that some people wanted me out of the chat rooms. And so, if you conduct this show, just go with your show because people will come use those names and other things and make comments. So I think just go ahead because I'm new. I expect that reaction because I got a lot of it during the past election. So, but if we are giving relevant information, I think we should not focus on those people who want to sit home and control the show.
Agree.
Yes. Yes, gentlemen, it's important that we speak out every meeting in the community that we need to be that need to be heard. And now that we have this show, we hope that other information like the Library Association is here, information they want to pass out to the public. And, we can always use it because our people in the community do not know a lot of stuff. We don't have the media. Things happening right in our nose. Sometimes things happen we don't nobody know. You just hear, oh, they buried the person tomorrow, the other person was shot. People don't know. People do not know information. They don't know information. So it's better for us as we move forward with this show. It's good to have some opinion leaders here, community leaders. We invite people, we invite as I said, the police, we invite people in the community, let them tell us about our own community, things that we need to know, our people need to know. You
Right.
know, yeah, people.
Oh,
Uh,
So yeah, yeah, go
Definitely,
ahead.
Alaska, if I can recognize whatever information post I will get, we will share it with the community. I think we even got a meeting scheduled with the Liberia Association with the planners tomorrow night. Wherever we know, we'll let you know. We'll let the community know it's only right. 'Cause everybody's supposed to know. Let me give you an example. Even in Posa, I know earlier you were saying something. That the video y'all talking about is in Posa chat room that happened on something on. If you
Sonnet.
can go there, you with the police. But I wanted to throw this in. As much as we're working to everybody to be calm, somebody just posted in the room, they're bringing grill on Saturday and they're supposed to be having something. You see what we're talking about?
Well, but
You
George,
understand?
if the person got permit to bring the grill, I understand your frustration.
Yeah.
But if they got permit from the city, it will be hard to control though.
No,
You
no,
can't
but
stop
honestly,
them.
they don't have a permit. There was somebody who had a previous program planned for August 5th. And you
Oh,
understand? With
they
everything
on
that's
their
going
own.
on,
They're
yeah,
on
they
their
were
own.
very vocal in our chat room. I haven't said anything, but then they posted a flyer, number one. Number two, and they're like, oh, yeah, your applicant support. And somebody asked, did you get good for permit? No. So you understand that now another problem can be created for no reason. Everybody, yeah, calm down. And I can yet speak for post-up. And
Right.
for whatever information we will gather, we will make sure we share now with post about the whole
But
community to know what's going on. You know, right now, to
hey,
be honest with you, I'm linking with Honorable Wisner, for the meeting next week because we've been talking. Once we are meeting our council people, our representatives, we'll keep them informed. And if we feel we have built a case, I'm all with you, Weber. I'm ready to march. Hey, we American citizens here. We got right. Trust me, I know we know our right. We'll stand for it. But let's gather all the facts together.
No, no,
And,
I
and
understand.
and I think George, to your point, and that is the point that I was alluding to earlier. As much
Mhm.
as we want speeded resolution to what happened, I assume all of us we all love the community. We all educated people. We don't want to go out there to make ourselves look like fools without not having adequate information on hand and go there and start making, accusations. I don't want us to bring ourselves to that level. And that's why I keep saying with all of the talk that is going around, rest assured that when we are given the audience all of the issues, all of the points everybody made here today, the points that fully raised, those are all legitimate points. Why now? All of these fees and all of that. Those are things that we will put together and raise the issue with them, and we ask, for proper redress. And if you notice, that's why we've been, especially from a leadership standpoint, speak from both ends of our mouths, giving all information here, there, and then in the end to come back and retract those information. And that's why we've been very careful. But we have been collaborating with all of our partners, everybody. In fact, before the game, since last Wednesday, we have gone almost every communicating with people through verbal and written communications just to come up with adequate, resolution that happened. So me, bro, man, I think that we are doing a lot, but we can't be out there stop pounding our chest and say, yeah, we talked to the state representative, we did this. We we're gonna come up with an official statement and put it out there and tell people this is what is going on. Give us time while we are dealing with the situation. Those are all things that we are working on. And I understand all of the concerns. People want they want to know what's going on. But if just get information, put these pains on them, and then it becomes something else. So we are being very careful. We are not ignoring your plea. Trust me, we are hearing them. We are taking all into consideration. So I yield back to you, Mr. Wisdom.
Yeah, this discussion will continue, and we'll be opening the phone lines, not today. We'll open the phone lines, maybe the next time we'll have, so people can call, and maybe, yes, people will call their community leaders, ask them questions. Yeah, we'll be providing the phone numbers for calling in. Maybe I know that a lot of people who want to participate in the show, but they can't call in. So maybe in the time is short now, we want to close this show by 7 o'clock today. And maybe then we can continue tomorrow.
So
And as I said,
before we close, I just have one or two words
no, we got about 20
for the
minutes to close.
leadership.
We got about 20 minutes here. Go
Oh, okay,
ahead.
okay. So as you guys are working, um, I mean, I believe you guys are working, but I think you guys have to be cognizant of the fact that this is summer, and we have probably just 1.5 months, 2 more months that we can actually use that field, and people have planned events. So I mean, we appreciate that we get more information, and it's true that the price of the fee have gone up. Then it even proves my point that this is targeted enforcement because if the city wants to increase the price of parks, they will increase the price of parks. They don't wait for one incident to occur. They would never go in a neighborhood where a lot of African American use a fee and abruptly increase the price. They would never do that. They would never do that. So I mean, we have to work. We have to work honestly because this is not good. This is targeted enforcement, and if it is true, that's just clear cut discrimination.
Um, I don't know if everybody know, wisdom, if everybody know, construction on Lindbergh will be starting in October. I just got a flyer for the playground, the basketball court. Yeah, so please be aware. We'll inform the community.
When did you say October?
Oh, end of October. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they rebuilt the playground. We said it. We went to the community meeting and the basketball court. So there will be construction over here. So people who will be doing cookout around that area, the mid.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
just to let
good.
you
But
know.
what for our young people, man, for the youth, that's my
Yeah,
concern, man. I'm happy for that. I've been
I
advocating
would.
for that thing. Yeah.
Listen, I was sending you the flyer because they sent it to me yesterday. Actually, how it would look. You can
Yeah.
probably post it.
For our youth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah,
Yes.
but like Weber said, we are asking for audience. Wisdom can attest to that. We are asking for a meeting, but we got to wait till the councilman is available. We're trying to do as rapidly as we can for answer. But whatever we will have, again, we will share with you all. But and I agree with you, Weber. I've been in communities around the whole country. I travel America. Nothing like this.
They
But
would never do it. They would never.
yeah, but I know that, I lived Virginia most of my life and I never, trust me. But in that same token, we just got to be mindful of the pros and the cons and present our case, when we build our case, present our case rightful way that need to be presented. That's all. That's my thing. Because even right now, let me be honest with you. We got access to a permit that we can yet play soccer. They will not even bother. That wouldn't be my concern, no, but it's the whole community to be the whole community working together because we want to eat our roast meat, we want to hang out, we want to de-stress, whatever we want to do. It's only right, you know. Yeah.
And it made the permit process long. Do you know the
Mhm.
office? The office for the Software Park is right at 7700 Emu Avenue.
No,
That
no.
place always closed.
They moved.
7700 Emu Avenue. If you're on Emu Avenue, you're coming from 70th Street or 73rd Street, you cross over Emu Avenue, you go to the end. There's a small recreation center. That's the headquarters of the Software Park. They call it Sibati, Sibati. That's the headquarters. Every day you go to that place, it's closed. I was there yesterday twice. I was there today. It's always closed. They have a phone number there. Nobody pick up the phone number. You leave voice message. Nobody calls you back. The office is right there.
Where's now? I will give you some. I will try to get the information. Somebody sent me the information. Say they have moved downtown to North Street or something. Somebody went down there yesterday and give me. I will get that number from and give it to you.
But right there for the area, so they can
That
move
office,
downtown.
that office, I am with, honestly.
The office on Elmwood is closed.
Yes, I mean they say open, but nobody ever there. So yeah,
And then
people are downtown.
So, downtown. I mean, the council office is not even informed because they gave me that number yesterday.
Nope, nobody ever there.
That's the issue we raised. Another issue that we raised. As you guys were saying, they can't deny our right to recreation. We have to have fun. We must have fun. And even the police officer, look right now on Elmwood Avenue. If you look at Elmwood 70, there was a problem one day. I tried to settle the problem. Elmwood 70, where they have the auto place. When the guys can do garage, they do the garage work. You know what the place? You know the area? 70 and Elmwood. When the guys do car body work for the car, the place is dirty. And when I went to the police said agreed that look, we cannot move these people because where they have to go. So if you can agree that that place where people dirty and putting out of a mess, they can't go anywhere because they have to survive. The people too in this area need some recreation. And that particular field is African Liberian community friendly. African, Sierra Leoneans, Ghanaian. That field is our field. Even if you have programs somewhere else, the people may go, but there's a field that everybody knows. So it attracts a lot of people from our community. So it hurts to say, look, it's too much restricted.
Yeah,
it hurts to restrict it like that. And to get a permit, it's not easy. It's not easy to get a permit.
Alaska, that is why I'm continuing to maintain that this is targeted enforcement. And now, with the information just provided, with the price of the pot going to $200, that's clear cut discrimination. I mean, that one you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know what is happening. So, I mean, there are long-term things we can do, in addition to preparing our people to contest for offices in Philly. Seriously, because we have the numbers.
No, we can do that. That's the reason why we need awareness, and that's why we have the particular program here, so that we can reach out to a lot of people.
I honestly would have contested for city council if I live in Philadelphia to go in elections. I honestly would have.
And Winston, thank you. And not only for the show, but bringing this awareness. Let me add something we have gathered because I've been talking to the Sierra Leonean. Do you know that the Hispanic community is getting big around here? You know they like the same thing we like. Sooner or later we get together, as per soccer fee and things. Right now they're looking for a football fee. I heard. Yes, I hear word of mouth now. Nobody, from the Sierra Leonean, they're looking for a place to be. We got to put ourselves together.
We have to fight. We have to fight. We got to fight. I don't think
I live in Collingwood. Some people approached me to run for city council, and I'm thinking about it strongly.
Do so, Georgie. You have been on your campaign. So any Liberian running, you got me on your campaign.
Yeah, I think about it strongly. Enough is enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we need to step out. We are too many in this place. We are many in this area. But we don't respect the people, but we need to be respected ourselves. Yeah, we are plenty.
Alaska, the poor got no respect. They would have never done that. They would have never done that to any other community, African American, the Latino community. They would have never done that. They have no respect for us.
Well, but let me give you a quick example before we leave. There were, I think, sometime last year, a group of American came in the middle of the football field and put a cookout thing down, and nobody could say anything. We called the police. I had to walk to the people. I said, "This is a soccer field. Why would you put it there?" He said that they own a space. I said, "No, they will not play." That's how they had to move it, but they didn't say a word. The people had the cookout in the middle of the soccer field. Where
They
have you
won't.
seen? You know, we see all the things.
That we, remember, Judge, the place I knew, the place I gave on Saturday, you know, all the way behind, right here, going toward the library, that place where the trees are.
But we
No
went over the
bottom
Tuma
up.
Gano. That was the Tuma.
Look, okay, good, good. I was there. They were towing poor car. I said, but look, I said, I want to know that that's not enforcement. This is clear cut targeting.
Well, let's do what we gotta do. I can't promise you this much. There's a meeting on Friday, which now I will get back to everybody wherever I will gather there. I spoke to the Sierra Leonean. They will be there on Saturday morning. We're up for practice. Wherever we will gather, we will inform, let everybody know going forward. But we will save our feet. It's only right. We are voters.
Yeah.
All right, folks. But yeah, thank you. I'm at work. I'm trying to wrap up. I got some people.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Uh, thanks,
Georgie, thank you
gentlemen. Thanks
very
for
much, man.
coming.
Uh,
Let's do this more often. If you got
Anytime.
information to pass,
Yeah.
we will come here. We'll send a link to different areas. Let people come on to know.
All right.
But you guys, it was nice having you today. And the next time we'll try to bring calls in, people will call and express their views. But thank you for coming.
Thank you. All right. See you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Oscar.
Yes, let me go to some music, play some music right now. Yeah. Go to my YouTube as we close. Let's listen to some music. Just thinking, let me ride your you were just joyous. Let me say five, when ain't shade, I ain't shade, and to turn. I can run away. Shower, so far. Gonna take away. When I decide to run away. So far away. Gonna take away. Me, I have God, I never panic. Them devilish, them panic. Like the AK, what you want us on. Always by myself, that was understanding. She give me Netflix, no time for Netflix. Why she got her eyes on me like Fenty? She gonna let me do her the best thing. She gonna let me do her the best thing. Me don't want no friend from them. Me don't want no help from them. She from them. That's them. That's why I don't want from them. You don't want a friend from them. You don't want to have from them. You want shit from them. That's why I don't want from them. Run away. Jump on. Take away. Like run away. Go and take away. No money, I'm just bound. No problem. That's my jack. I'm so serious. I'm not happy. I'm still dreaming. I'm just thinking. Let me ride your back. You are just joyous. Let me say five. We ain't staying. I ain't staying. I'm so funny. Take away. You light my fire, a burning fire. How you're next to me, I don't feel my desire. You spark my wire, my naked wire. Drowning in the depths of my desire. You and me, so yours, you and me. Moving in harmony, baby, you know it is me. The language of my body, speak it so fluently. You kiss me down, you know me breathe. I want more of you. When you hold down his fire, it's like you told me that was my radio. See, I wanna be there. It's not for you and me.
burning fire. You're next to me, I don't feel my desire. You stop my fire, my nigga fire. Running in the depth of my desire. You know need to shine again. Push it where we drop my head. You don't want to, believe me, want to enjoy my head. This game's a free night. Baby, promise me, say please, wait long. I rush up, I never got that wish. It's things that you do to me that watch my brain. See, I cannot be if not for me. See, I told you, feel just rain. You like my fire, burning fire. Up there next to me, I don't feel my desire. You stop my fire, my nigga fire. In the depths of my desire. You take my heart, your forehead will get down. I'll be right here. You just feel like it's
Baby, tell me what you want. Like the head, I'm going to waka waka. You gonna be my girl, I want to know. I feel you know what to do again. If you leave me, I love you, then I hope you know. But please don't leave me, yeah. No, I gotta find out. I gotta find out. I live right in the street. I'm not like tricks, you don't have to get over. I have to carry overload.
if you look me through my eyes, so when you just what I baby, I give you where you fit it on up. Ooh, I think baby, let's see drive you crazy. I'm not enough, what can I do? I'm enough, what can I make it? Go down your seat, you just get enough. I'm not enough, what can I do? I'm enough, what can I make it? Go down your seat, you just get enough. You don't think about
Baby, I'm timing, Lord. I'm timing, don't be long, timing, baby, I'm timing, say you want to, I'm about to close the studio right now.
Mapenzi imedumu kama imewaria, imeprovia wezengusha takijaribu kudandia, hindu swiki wachana na hizo kandia, umenipea watoto na itwa mami, na bado unachokola mimba papi, tena kanilichukana pani, tena bibo lugha mitandao ya jamii.
You saw it, you see what you dropped it.
Umenize, unichore, lakini hukunipa presha kati, ukawacha waongee, wajione, ukapandisha mapenzi kama mbele kumole, ni hatari, imenichana matagani matapati, pili ya msitu kuitisukari, kita presha peke juku kubari.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's how the day ends. That's how we come to an end of the broadcast for today at 7 p.m. Eastern. It has been nice being with you today. Today we have members of our panel, Mr. Sandro Johnson, President of the Vice President of the Librarian Association of Pennsylvania. We have Mr. George Foley, President of the Old Timers Sports Association. We have Mr. Weber Nuo Foley, a committee leader. We have a youth, Mr. Bali Kamara. And we'll continue this process. Tomorrow we'll come back with another provoking topic. We will also go on to the lines to receive calls from people. And in the future, we'll be very public officials. But we are here for you. We'll get the young folks involved. As I promised, this is intended for the young folks. It should be youth driven. Until the youth can come up, we will be here to cover all for them. Again, thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your contribution. Our brother Paul Yipan, Benjamin Jacobs, Maya Twain, Thomas Harvey, all of you who contributed today, thank you very much for coming. Again, there is the host, Alaska Wild Wisner of the Minority Center. Thank you and have a nice day.